Y'all better get excited, because this is the part where life gets really, really good. It gets really, really sweet. But how much are you going to take? Okay? If life was a piece of cake right now, how big of a bite would you get? What if I told you that you have an unlimited amount of spiritual favor, power, whatever you want to call it, but you have the right to dig in? The problem is, some of y'all, you may just not recognize how amazing this time is. Okay, there may be distractions, there may be things going on around you that would say otherwise, but I'm telling you, you don't want to end up being happy than being sad. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to break down this story, okay? And when I tell you the story, I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you how it applies to your life so you don't miss this next sweet season. So there were 3 merchants walking through the desert at night. Now, as they're on their journey, they hear a voice. They can't see who or where the voice is coming from, but the voice gives them some instructions. The voice says, hey, y'all see that stream over there? Go over there and pick up the pebbles. So the merchants are afraid. They're like, you know what, we're going to go over there, we're going to grab a pebble so we can do what the voice says and get on. So they walk over to the stream, they pick up a pebble apiece, and they put it in their pockets. Now, as they continue on, the voice informs them, look, in the morning time when the sun rises, y'all going to be happy, and then y'all going to be sad. The merchants in that moment didn't quite understand what the voice meant, but they soon would. So they keep journeying on, and the dawn of day comes. The sun rises, and in the daylight they decide, let's take a look at our pebbles. They pull the pebbles out of their pocket, and they're completely shocked. These aren't just pebbles. One of them had a ruby. One of them had a diamond. The other one had an emerald. They were surprised to see that these were gems and jewels. And they were excited. They were happy. But just like the voice said, they got real sad. Because they was like, oh no, wait a minute. If we'd have known that these were diamonds and rubies and emeralds, we would have grabbed a whole lot more. We would have stuffed our pockets. We would have put them in our bags. We would have put them on the camels. Like, we would have took so much more. And so then they decided, you know what? Let's hurry up and try to go back. But when they turned and looked, the wind had wiped away their footprints. And so they were excited and happy that they had these beautiful little treasures. But they was like, man, if only we had grabbed more when we had the chance. Ladies and gentlemen, dun, 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 you're about to be hit with an opportunity of a lifetime. But will you recognize it? This is the whole point, okay? If you knew that something was available to you and you could go unlimited, you can get as much as you want, you could do as much as you want, you could have as much as you want, what would you do? Okay? But how will you recognize what's about to go down? So this is what we have to get into. This is the thing that you have to get into alignment with. How will I recognize this opportunity? How will I know that I can keep going and keep going and keep taking and keep doing, okay? So we're going to be jumping into it. We're going to start right here on YouTube. Then we're taking it over to Patreon, where we are going to be continuing on breaking down this information, getting you to where you need to be mentally so that when these things come on in, you are able to take advantage, okay? Remember, like I told you, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, okay? And maybe opportunities, plural, of this lifetime that are going to set you up, that are going to set up the next generation. Y'all know how we do it here, okay? It's not just about you. It's about the legacy you're about to leave. It's about what you're about to pass down to your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-great-great-grandchildren. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to be the one to grab all the rubies, the diamonds, and the jewels to set up that thing long term, okay? So we start here. Then we're taking it over to Patreon. You can go over there, check out that video so that you can have access to that information as well. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into the vibes here on YouTube. There are 3 numbers to choose from. Choose the one you feel most drawn to, and then of course, listen to all of them. It's just the number you choose, maybe a little bit more highlighted in your life at this time. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get to these messages. All right, so if you chose number one, get ready, because this opportunity of a lifetime may involve travel. Okay, now I'm gonna get to the physical part of travel, maybe to a different country, maybe to a different state, maybe somewhere local in your city. We're gonna come to that in a minute. Okay, but first I need to make mention to the fact that I've been having a lot of dreams lately about time travel. Okay, so that may strike a chord in you, that may make you feel something tingling in your spirit when I say that. For some of you guys, it may not apply at all. Okay, but there's something about a lot of time travel, and I'm also getting something about like you reclaiming your time. You're gonna get more time on the clock. Okay, this opportunity may set you years ahead in the future, whereas if you was just doing what you've been doing, it might take you 10 years to get somewhere that this opportunity will take you in like 2 years or like 1 year or like 6 months. Okay, so it's going to give you more time on the clock for the enjoyment of the reward. Okay, think about the scenario. You had these guys, they got the one ruby, one jewel, okay, and they was able to come up a little bit. Okay, but in like maybe, let's say they traded it in and they got a lot of money, they was able to live off of it for a year. Okay, that's great. But if they had grabbed for 10 years or 5 years, that would help them a little bit further down the line. It puts more time for them to be secure and secure other like sources of income, build on top of that. Okay, so whatever this is that's coming in for you, your secret sauce is to understand that it can put you ahead in time. Okay, it can shorten the time of labor. It can shorten the time of you having to go out there and find different resources, or you going out there having to physically build. Okay, it's going to put you into a future position a lot sooner than the future has to actually play out. Does that make sense? Okay, so you're gonna be 10 years ahead in 2 years. Okay, it's not going to take you 10 years to get there. It'll take you 2 years to be 10 years ahead. Okay, and it is your job, it is your responsibility, it is your duty that as you get this extra time on the clock, you use it wisely. You dig? Okay, you're not just sitting around, you're not just flailing around. It's like opportunity begets opportunity. So let's say they grabbed a whole bunch of jewels and then they opened up a jewelry store. You know what I mean? It's like you're not just gonna take this thing and sit down and relax and go on vacation. No, you're gonna take this thing, you're gonna multiply it, you're gonna triple it, and again, it's putting you years and years and years ahead to the point where the money and the resources stack so large that you won't even be here to use all of it. This is how we get to the next generation benefiting, and then the generation after that, and the generation after that. Okay, so it's putting you generations ahead. My phone just dinged. That's somebody's confirmation. Pay attention. Okay, now let's go back to what I was saying earlier. We're about to jump into the time of you physically traveling. This opportunity of a lifetime may involve you going on a road trip, getting on a plane. Okay, but it's the opportunity that is a physical move. Some of your opportunities may be in different countries, they may be in different states. But some of you guys may come into a time where you get invited somewhere. You may not have the money to go. You maybe say, oh, well, how am I supposed to get a plane ticket? How am I supposed to get a train ticket? Okay, some of you guys had an opportunity in a different place. There's that confirmation. In a different place, in a different state, in a different country, but you couldn't get there, and it seems like the opportunity passed you by. Like, well, I can't get there, I couldn't go, so it's over with. But my friend, something may be coming back around again. You may get a second chance. Okay, so this opportunity of a lifetime may be coming around again. And I feel like for some of you guys, if it comes around again, this may be the time for you to take that. Now, again, you got to have some discernment on that, okay, to know if this is the right opportunity for you. But for others of you, you may get this opportunity and maybe trying to figure out, how am I going to do this? How is it going to happen? But I keep getting for you, just believe, have faith, and it's all going to line itself up. Okay, one of my mottos is some way, somehow. Okay, so when you get this notice or this email or this phone call, this invitation, just say some way, somehow, I'm going to make it to my destination. Okay, so that's what I get for number one. Let's go ahead and get to number two. If you chose number two, things are about to get a little spooky. Okay, if you chose number two, you got the voice. Now, of course, we interpret this as the voice of God. your intuition, your gut instincts, okay? This is you receiving instructions, you getting information, and you having to do what you was told to do. And the thing about it is, it can be scary sometimes when you get these downloads, when you get these messages, because what you are required to do may be something that you didn't originally have planned. Take, for example, the 3 merchants. They are traveling through the desert at night. They had a destination already. But then God steps in and say, hey, I need you to go over there. So divert your plan. Hold that thought. Go over there and do this real quick. Okay? And for some of you guys, it's like, well, wait a minute. I thought I was on my way over here. I thought I had something to do over there. But you telling me to go over there, and that's scary. You telling me to change course right in the middle of me going to where I thought I was supposed to go, and you want me to take a detour? That's scary. You want me to step over there into a land, into a territory that I don't know, that wasn't on my plan sheet, it's not on my map, and you want me to go do something I ain't never done before in the middle of the night, and it's dark and I can't see, and I don't even know who you are. I don't even know, is this really the voice of God telling me to go do this in the middle of the night? Scary. Is this really God telling me to go make this move? What if I lose everything? That's scary. Who is this? God, that's you. So in this next season, your discernment game gonna have to be on point, because you may be asked to do something that is just radically crazy. Like, why would God tell me to do that? He already know I'm scared walking and going to where I'm going to anyway. It's already dark. It's already the midnight hour. Why would you divert my plan just like that? And so some of you guys, you got instructions and things to do that are terrifying. Guess what? When the merchants were walking and they had to go off course, that's out of their comfort zone. Because we're comfortable with the plan. I'm comfortable because I got my map. It's all planned out. This is what I'm going to do step by step. But you mean to tell me I got to go off script? I got to go off the top of the dome and just hope that this voice is leading and guiding me correctly, and that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do because it's really God and it's not just me choosing to do something crazy or stupid? Have you ever sat there and had to make a decision based off a supernatural happening that you couldn't physically see with your eyes? That's scary. So some of you guys are about to make the best choice of your life because you decided, you know what? This ain't necessarily part of the plan, what I thought, but let me go ahead and do this thing real fast. Let me just do what the voice telling me to do so that, you know, I can go ahead and be on by my way. So some of you guys are literally about to have this type of encounter. Do I divert from the plan that I had set because God is telling me I got something else for you? I got something better for you. I got a surprise for you. There's something over there that you can't see because, like you said, it's nighttime. It's dark. So you couldn't see this thing, but God sees all, knows all. So I'm telling you to go over there because it's something for you that will put you ahead, that will be a blessing. And I mean, you going over there picking up diamonds and rubies just free, like a free for all? That's miracles. So some of you guys are about to step into a land. You're going to take a little detour where it's going to be opportunities upon opportunities upon opportunities. Some of you guys some of this rubies and gold is going to be different people. It's going to be resources. But it's all going to come from you being obedient to the voice that's telling you to do something scary. Will you recognize that it's really God telling you to do this big scary thing and divert the plan? Or will you just ignore it and keep it moving and never see what could have been? It's up to you to start deciding. That's what I give for number 2. Let's go ahead and let's get to number 3. All right, so if you chose number 3, you got the 3 merchants themselves, which lets you know that these opportunities of a lifetime that can be coming your way involve other people, okay? You may have allies, friends, teammates, family members. These may be, you know, your best friends. You guys go into business together, business partners, that kind of thing. Or I'm even seeing a trio of like you got a lawyer, and then you have like an accountant, okay? And y'all have to be in unison, okay? That's the point of the 3 merchants. Like, you guys work together, okay? It's like one body, three moving parts, okay? When the merchants got the instruction to go over to that stream, pick up them pebbles, right? They all had to go together. They had to be in unison. They had to be in agreement, right? No one said, okay, you know what, man, y'all go over there and I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna keep walking. Catch up with me later, you know? Nobody said that. They came together in agreement, all right? So you guys are teaming up, okay? There's going to be a divine union. But I feel like for most of you guys, it's going to come in threes. It's going to be you and two other people. And the whole main point of it is you're going to have people who actually get it, okay? We're going to be scared together. We're going to celebrate together. We're going to be sad together. We're going to have realizations together. We're going to look back on where we were together. We're going to travel together. We're moving together as a unit, okay? Somebody has the map. Somebody knows that if we go right, we go right. If somebody knows, okay, we got to take a left, we all going left. We moving together, okay? So this next opportunity, pay attention to the people. It's time for you to really, really dive into the understanding of relationships and how we are traveling together. We have destinies together. We're all going to the same destiny together. Some of you guys, this next leg of your journey will be you walking together. I'm even seeing the vision of, you ever seen those games, like, you know, family cookout games? You tie a scarf around the thighs of two people and then it's another set and you have to walk together in order to make it to the finish line. You have to be in unison. You have to coordinate with each other. Okay, for some of you guys, it may be a music group. You may be doing a photo shoot and all of y'all, or like a fashion show. You may be putting together a fashion show and you need all of the pieces to be cohesive. Everything has to go and work together, okay? You on the stage, you have to know that if I'm over here, you over there. Okay, if we got a dance move, I'm in the middle, you on this side, you on this side, okay? Whatever the case may be. I'm even seeing some electricians. Like, you have to be on one side and they over there with some electrical rope and they have to be able to hammer it in or throw it to you. I don't know how none of that works, but you guys will, and you're going to be in unison, okay? Of course, like, the more the merrier, like where there are two or more gathered in his name, there he is in the midst, okay? If you want to take it to the biblical way, okay? But it's something about the synergism of energies merging together or people merging together. Some of you guys may merge a company together, okay? I'm seeing like a president, a CEO, a co-founder, a co-president, something like that, and y'all working together to make this Fortune 500 company, you know, go up to the next level, okay? But whatever it is, get excited, because these are your people. These are the people who are marching forward in this next leg of the race. You guys have a destiny together, okay? And then at the end of it, they all realize that they have something special to bring to the table. One got a ruby, one got a diamond, one got an emerald. And according to the story, I may have the jewels wrong, but let's just go with it, okay? So one has a ruby, one has a diamond, one has a sapphire, an emerald. Each of them holds a different value, okay? Each of them is made different. Each of them is a different color, okay? Each of them has a different size, all right? So if you only had like one diamond, okay, but if you have the emerald and the ruby and y'all come together, now y'all have more. There's more value together than just individually in this next leg of the race. What you bring multiplied by what this one brings and what that person brings, it just takes it to a whole new level. Like, if you was just, like, let's just take music for example. If you're just an artist, and that's great, you know, you have your solo project, but then this person comes along and they collab, and then this person comes along and y'all perform and go on stage. It just makes it that much more grand. And with the power of synergism, that's two separate entities merging together to make something more powerful, this is what's going to get you further ahead. In this next season, doing it all alone may not necessarily be the best, because there is value in teamwork. There is value in people who are resources, and y'all all bring something to the table. There is value in relationships. This next phase is all about that. So make sure you're paying attention. And again, diving into the true understanding of relationships so that you can multiply that thing and keep getting ahead. Now, let's go ahead and let's wrap it all up. You don't want to miss what God has in store for you this next season. Will you recognize that voice that tells you divert from the original plan because something else over there is calling? Will you know that this is for you? Will you dig in when you can, while you can, getting as much as you can? Or will you be like the three merchants and just grab a little because you scared? Well, don't stop here, ladies and gentlemen. I got 3 more elements of this parable, this story of the 3 merchants to break down to you, not just so you can hear it and listen, but so you can actually really get yourself into alignment and put yourself in the right mind frame, so that when these opportunities present themselves, you're not sitting there scared and second guessing. You can know, okay, God, I'm with it. I'm scared, but I got faith. I know this got to be you because I've already heard it, and you probably have already been getting confirmations about this thing. Some of y'all feel like it passed you by, but it might be coming around again. How are you going to know it is for you? So let's head over to Patreon and get the rest of the vibes. Now, if this is where it ends for you, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social medias. Like this video if you heard something you like. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as one of my subscribers. And again, if this is where it ends for you, thank you so much. Everybody else, I'll see y'all in the extended vibes.